I just paid off our house. And I can't stop fucking crying. When my dad died, I was the beneficiary of his life insurance. And that was enough money to pay off our home.
One of the best feelings in the world has to be when you own your house outright, whether it was 30 years, 15 years, or you pay with cash. Now, I know it's not truly yours because you pay taxes on the land or just the city, state tax or whatever it is. But if you choose to sell, all the profit goes to you. Aside from the real estate and all those incidentals, wow.
And we came to this conclusion that, you know what, I will be 60, God willing, in 5 years. And she will be, pushing 58 in 5 years, okay? So we're thinking about our retirement and what we need to do. And one thing we concluded was our mortgage is done. Meaning in the next 5 years, we will pay off our mortgage in full, not have that debt going into our 60s. Absolutely not. And we have a 2.75 rate on our mortgage. I don't care. Could I put more money in the market and get a greater return than 2.75%? Absolutely. But on this one, I don't care. I want that mortgage gone, done. I do not want to carry my mortgage into my 60s when my retirement years. I want to know that the house that I live in is paid off in full. All I have to do is pay these property taxes and all the other things, but I do not have a mortgage on this.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Inflation TikTok YouTube channels. So in this video, we're going to talk about so many people who are now trying to aggressively paying off the mortgage. Okay guys, so there is so many things that you guys going to learn from other people's. Okay guys, lock in.
I just paid off our house. And I can't stop fucking crying. When my dad died, I was the beneficiary of his life insurance. And that was enough money to pay off our home. My dad worked so hard all of his life because he thought he had to. I mean, how else do you retire? He worked so hard. And he didn't get to enjoy any of it. But he made sure that I wouldn't have to work as hard as he did. He made sure that if my husband loses his job, or if I lose my job, or if an act of God happens, we're gonna be okay. And that's all thanks to him. I wish I had done it myself. I wish I had earned this money and paid it off ourselves, but so I don't know. That's hard. It feels so good to be able to say I don't have a mortgage anymore. You know? but I feel so guilty. And I don't know why. It's not like he's here. It's not like I took this money from him. It's not like I'm taking something that he won't be able to enjoy now, but we've paid off all of our credit card debt. We paid for a beautiful funeral for him. He didn't really have any debts. Everything he had is paid off. The only thing he had that wasn't paid off was his house, so I will have to sell that, but I don't think it necessarily had any sentimental meaning to him or me, other than I grew up there and he worked hard for it, but oh, I didn't think it would hit me that hard. So thanks, Dad. Thank you for all the years that you went to work when you didn't want to. All the time when you didn't feel good and you got up and you went to work anyway. All the time that you saved when you could have spent. I wish you could be here to enjoy this with us.
That's really what I call a hero, bro. He's a hero, bro. He's a hero, bro. Like, how many people can actually say, okay, I'm really grateful for, but any children are very grateful for their parents, but like most people are not getting as much as she is getting from her parent right now, bro. They pay off the house, the credit card, anything. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She's so lucky. But I also feel whenever she says that, she kind of feel a little guilty, because I guess it's because she didn't earn it. And it's kind of like she's stealing from someone type of way, like type of feeling, like you're feeling bad, you're feeling like, oh, I don't deserve this thing. That's pretty much how I think she's feeling right now. But anyway, she's gonna be okay. She's definitely gonna be okay. Like, imagine having that relief, bro. Oh, let's keep on going, guys, because this is about to make me cry, but I don't want to cry for this video, but let's keep on going.
I'm gonna go against Google here, and we're gonna pay off our house early, even though we have a really low interest rate. We're doing a little bit of Googling, and we were trying to see like, would it make sense to pay off our house? And Google was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, with that interest rate, you should probably invest it. And we were like, we could. However, if we pay off our house early, we could just, whatever was going to the house, we could invest that. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're probably gonna do. Now, how we're gonna make an extra $5,000 to pay off the house in a timely fashion, I don't know. I will figure it out. I will sell some ass if I need to. If you need some ass, let me know. I got it. I'm joking. Not gonna sell any ass, but I do need to sell something, because $5,000, I don't even know how I'm gonna get there. You get what I'm saying? An extra $5,000, even if I did get a job, I'm not making $5,000 a month. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know what them TikTok live battles, they be making $5,000 a month. I do it right now. Sign me up. I don't know what the hell I could do for $5,000 a month. You get what I'm saying?
11 household expenses that rise when you pay your mortgage off. That was the title of an article I saw this morning when I first logged onto my phone and was scrolling. So I'm going to read you, I wrote them down, the 11 things that this article claims rise after your house is paid off. property taxes, insurance, renovations, high efficiency upgrades, utilities, professional landscaping, housekeeping services, grocery upgrades, subscription services, luxury appliances, and vehicle upgrades. What? Now, if you like dug into it and read the whole thing, which I did, because I was like, what are they talking about? So property taxes don't rise, you just don't pay them in your monthly payment. Insurance doesn't rise, you just don't pay it in your monthly mortgage payment. Renovations, you don't have to have renovations just because your house is paid off. High efficiency upgrades, don't upgrade. Utilities, how do your utilities go up? I think they were implying that you paid off your house because you were tired, so you were home more. That's not necessarily the case. Professional landscaping, you still don't have to have. Housekeeping services, if my house is paid off and I'm retired sitting at home, why do I need someone to clean it? Grocery upgrades, I can't even make that one make sense. Subscription services, I guess if your house is paid off and you're home and you're paying someone to clean your house, you watch more TV. What? Luxury appliances, yeah, I don't need any of those. And vehicle upgrades. 11 household expenses that rise after your house is paid off, vehicle upgrades. This is clickbait, and it worked because I was like, wait, what are they talking about? Here's my point. Pay off your house. Nothing else has to change. I have done one renovation that we've been saving for 5 years. It just so happened that our home was paid off. All the other stuff, absolutely not. If you are afraid to pay your house off because you think these things are true, like what is happening? No, if you're able to, pay that mortgage off.
Yes, she is absolutely right, guys. And I think what most people tend to do is that whenever they finish paying off the mortgage, what they'll be like, okay, guys, oh, I just finished paying off my mortgage. Guys. Now, instead of paying that $1,200 or $2,000 a month toward the mortgage, oh, I can get a new car, or I can renovate the house or do something. You don't actually need that, bro. What you need to do at that point, you need to actually put that money toward your investment account. Put that money you put as much money toward your investment account as humanly possible. Keep on working as nothing have changed, and use that extra money and just put it in your investment account. And do that for minimum 5 years. Then you will look at the investment account, you'll be like, that's good, okay? Because whenever you're actually gonna retire, your house gonna be paid off, and then that investment that you made on your investment account, that's what you're gonna be using. Or if you get some dividend payment every month, so you use that money to actually pay all your taxes, pay all your groceries here and there, paying some, so now maintaining your lifestyle, or maybe degrading a little bit because you're gonna be at home only you and your wife, so, and you're not gonna go partying and anything, so your lifestyle gonna decrease a little bit, but it's fine. You see what I'm saying? Just put that money toward your investment account. You don't have to spend that money, bro. Just because you have it doesn't mean you have to spend it. Okay? Think.
Hey y'all, I was thinking about this earlier. One of the best feelings in the world has to be when you own your house outright, whether it was 30 years, 15 years, or you pay with cash. Now I know it's not truly yours because you pay taxes on the land, or just the city, state tax, or whatever it is. But if you choose to sell, all the profit goes to you. Aside from the real estate and all those incidentals, wow. And if you just paying taxes, barring the taxes being over, really bad, you can get you a little gig to pay those taxes, but you own the house. You own it. You can sell it anytime, walk away with $300,000, $400,000, and buy another house cash. That's got to be a great feeling. For those of y'all who've done that, how does it feel? Does it feel like a great achievement? What does it feel like?
As for me, I cannot answer her question, like how does it feel like, but I can imagine. Bro. 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 I just pay off my house, bro. I just did it. I did it. I dream about it for years and years and years. But I just did it. I don't have to worry about any mortgage anymore. And I can sell it, buy another house cash. I'm him now. I'm him. You see what I mean? And also, like, whenever you're actually going to buy the new house cash, you know, people love cash, bro. Like, cash is king. If you go up to buy a new house and you tell the seller that, yo, I'm buying this house cash, you see what I mean? They're gonna go crazy. They're gonna be like, yo, this is my deal. Like, I want to make a deal with this guy. Because if he wants the house and he actually have cash, the only thing that we need right now is just sign the deal. We don't need to depend on the bank. Because the bank can be like, yo, if you lose your house tomorrow and then you have to sign the deal maybe next week, the bank gonna be like, yo, I cannot back this deal up because this guy just lost his job. Like, he's not gonna be paying me for the next couple of months. He's not gonna be able to. So at any point the bank can pull out. And if the bank pull out, you have to wait 3-6 months to find a new buyer. This is crazy, bro. When you have cash, bro, cash is king. Cash is king. And for these people who actually already pay off their house, bro, just salute. Salute, bro. I want to be like you, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I am the self-proclaimed queen of paying off debt because I've been sharing my debt payoff journey for years now. And every single time I do reach my goal of paying off debt. And now we're moving on to the biggest debt that I've ever paid off, which is my mortgage. And today we're making another extra payment. June was the first month of our mortgage payment. I've already made a couple extra payments. The starting principal balance before this payment was $213,190, and I did make an extra payment of $600 directly towards the principal of the loan. And that was money from my paycheck because I did get a bonus this last pay period. By putting an extra $600 towards the principal, that saved us another 3 months on the length of the loan and another $3,122 in interest. And I use a spreadsheet to calculate this. I have the one that I'm using linked because there's no way I would be able to figure this out on my own. Our new principal balance is $212,590. I will see you guys back here for our next update.
Yes, this is good, guys. So you need to learn from the great to be great. Do you want to be great, bro? You have to learn from the great. You cannot just woke up and be like, yo, now I'm the greatest of all time. You cannot do that, bro. You absolutely cannot do that, bro. So you have to learn from the great for people who do better than you to be just a little better, just a little bit. And if you do that month after month, month after month, month after month, you're going to be a whole different person like a year from now. Just a matter of time, like what she's saying is true. Like if every month you allocate as much money as you humanly possible toward your mortgage, if that extra $500 or that extra $1,000 that you can make, if you make that every single time, bro, it's gonna save you years and years and years. And you know what I'm saying? If you really want to pay off your house as fast as possible, which we all do, then that's the way to go. That's absolutely the way to go.
Let's talk about how much progress I have made paying off my debt. This loan, outstanding loan right here, started off at $110,000. This is for a home loan. I had to get really creative in order to buy my home. I live in an area of very high cost of living, and I had to take out 3 different loans in order to literally buy a house because I wanted a home for my family and I was tired of renting. So by paying down this loan, I have literally shaved off 17 years off of monthly payments. My loan ends August of 52. It's a 30-year traditional term of a home loan. But I am scheduled to pay it off. If I don't make any more extra payments, I'm scheduled to pay it off in 2035. And I've shaved off 202 fewer monthly payments. I think that's absolutely incredible. Of course, we know that I am not going to spend this long paying this off because I'm not going to just make the minimum payments. I work basically 2 full-time jobs. One job pays for all my bills. My other job, everything goes towards this. This, savings and taxes. Stick around if you're looking for some debt repayment motivation.
All right, let's get into it. So yesterday I was having lunch with my wife, okay? I took her out, actually it was dinner. I took her out, we were celebrating her big victory. She getting a big promotion at work. She finished all this stuff. She has to do so much to actually just submit. I forget what it's called. There's a word for it, but I forget that, of course, because I'm old. Anyways, she did all this work and she finally submitted everything for this big promotion at work. My wife is a professor, but this gives it, she's upping it a notch, and she's also in a PhD program. So anyways, we're celebrating out like that, and we're talking about our lives and say the next, God willing, 5 years. And we came to this conclusion that, you know what, I will be 60, God willing, in 5 years. And she will be pushing 58 in 5 years. Okay. So we're thinking about our retirement and what we need to do. And one thing we concluded was our mortgage is done. Meaning in the next 5 years, we will pay off our mortgage in full, not have that debt going into our 60s. Absolutely not. And we have a 2.75 rate on our mortgage. I don't care. Could I put more money in the market and get a greater return than 2.75%? Absolutely. But on this one, I don't care. I want that mortgage gone, done. I do not want to carry my mortgage into my 60s when my retirement years. I want to know that the house that I live in is paid off in full. All I have to do is pay these property taxes and all the other things, but I do not have a mortgage on this. And I have the peace of mind that that is what we got when we are in our 60s. I want that peace. I need that peace in my life to know that that's paid off. Hey, listen, I own other real estate. I don't care if there are mortgages on those. I don't care, because OPM pays for that. Other people's money, rent money pays for that. But in my house, nope. So in the next 5 years, done, paid off in full. I'm going to make it so, because I do not want to have that debt in retirement. You know how, and then that frees up all our cash flow. That frees our cash flow up. Then we got multiple streams of income coming in and not debt going out. I like that. Anyways, what are your plans for your own mortgage? Because I talk a lot about the stock market, but we got to talk about real estate. And we got to talk about these mortgages and paying them off and doing what we need to do. And a lot of us have low interest rates because we refinanced and beautiful. But what are we going to do? Are you going to pay yours off when you go into retirement? I'm paying mine off.
Ooh. Yes, guys, he's absolutely right. Absolutely. In all plans. Like, if I were in his shoes, bro, if I were in his shoes at 55 years old, I would have done the same thing. The same exact same thing. Like, I don't want to be in my retirement age and then thinking about, oh, my mortgage or this and that. I need to pay off my house. And even, where's the money going to come from? Where? Because at that age, you cannot just go ahead and find a job. It's not going to happen. Who's going to hire an old 60, 65 or 70 years old? Who's going to hire you, bro? Who? So in his case, bro, salute. For anyone who already paid off the house, salute. For anyone who just started the process and thinking about paying off the house in like 10, 15 years, salute. Just keep on learning from the people who actually did it and how they're doing it and all the process. Oh, if you pay off my house and then use that income that I was using it to pay my mortgage, now allocate that toward your investment account. All these little things you pick up from the grade. So little by little, you become the good. You see what I mean?
Thank you for watching this video, guys. So that's the end of the video. So if you like it, please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think down below. See you. Peace.